Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. You are listening to the Get Right Radio Show. Happy Sunday, y'all. It's the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's Kelvin Unique.
You look like a schoolboy.
I am a schoolboy.
It's giving.
That's good. That was the look today.
Adorable.
Thank you.
I
so
love
much.
it.
I love you like a school whore. So I'm happy that
you fucking bitch.
We are both in outfits and uniforms.
Very much on brand. Well, for one of us.
Yeah, very much. We're not gonna say which one is which.
Yeah, right. You're giving like one of those kids that like had the Scholastic papers for the book fair.
Oh yeah, I always had the Scholastic papers, and I always have my mom say that we was on welfare, so we can get free books.
I didn't know that's how that worked.
Yeah, you can get free books if you was on welfare, bro. We weren't.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Not you scamming the school system at a young age.
Right. That's a past life. I would never do anything like that today.
Because I don't want anything to fall back on Mr. Wong.
No, you know what I tried to do today? Because I was, everybody was talking about the PPP loans and how people had the PPP loans. I did not have a PPP loan, but I remember someone asked me that I want one. And I was like, nah. But I thought like, I need to check and see if somebody used my name for PPP loan. So I've been trying to see all day, but I don't know how to do it. I've been trying to go to the website to see if I got it. And if I got it, who gives me my funds?
What's the website? PPP?
Yeah, well, I went to the I Google search how to find out if you have a PPP loan.
If the cops ever check your computer, it's up.
No, they're gonna know. I'm gonna say like this is me proactively trying to find out who scanned me. Because I want to know, like, is my credit bad now? Like, what's going on?
Have you checked your credit score?
No, I haven't. I'm scared. What was like a 2?
Just a 2?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Probably. I don't know.
That would be like bottom of the barrel.
I know. I'd probably cry.
Yeah, I would too.
I would ball up on a ball on the floor, cry.
Shit, my credit score is already cryable. So I'm just like a 2.
Is it a 2?
It ain't that.
Okay, well.
That's what I'm saying. If it was a 2, I would just stop trying.
Yeah.
At that point. Yeah. How do you even come back from that?
You don't.
Yeah.
You gotta be Bill Gates. You start from the bottom.
Very much that.
Yeah.
So I hope you don't have a PPP loan, but if you do, I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Me too. Don't take me to jail. I'm gonna say this right now. I never received those funds. I never spent that money. It never hit my account.
Like the LimeWire soundbite. What was it? Bill Clinton's speech. I did not have any sexual relations.
Sexual relations with that woman.
That's gonna be you on the next streaming site.
Oh, Lord.
Calvin denouncing his PPP loan.
Ugh, the headlines now.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I got 5 days at Hollywood Unlocked.
Wow, you already put in your notice?
I put my 2 weeks in last week.
What was the response?
It was actually a really good response. It was thank you for your contributions throughout like the years. It's been 4 years. I've been at Hollywood Unlocked. And just thank me for the time spent and yeah.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I'm excited about this next so long. I'm excited about this next chapter and this next journey and what it's going to bring and the abyss of just being free and choosing different things and being out there like that. So I'm excited about that.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Have you solidified something else?
I have not yet.
Okay.
And I'm not worried about that.
You shouldn't be.
I'm not worried about that. I know that what I'm supposed to do will come to me. And I'm excited about what it is. I don't know. I think I may know what it is, but I don't know what it is yet. And I'm excited about that. That's the scary and exciting part about it. I think I had to let go of the safety net that has been Hollywood Unlocked for the last 4 years and really bet on myself again. Like when I first moved out here, I felt like I was super hungry. I was doing this, I was doing that. I had my hand in this, I was over here, I was over there. And I feel like with Hollywood Unlocked, I was really just so boxed into what that job was and what all that job entailed that I was not able to really flourish and really dive into all that Kelvin wants to do and all the many facets of Kelvin. So now stepping back away from that, I feel like now my hunger is back. The drive is back. The grind is back because it's brand new. It's fresh. I have to get out there. I got to hustle now. So I'm excited. Nervous as fuck.
Right.
But I'm excited.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
You know, I find like the 31st makes a year since I quit that job when I was working at the door. So it's like at that time I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's next. Well, no, that's a lie. I was like, fuck this. I don't care what's next. I'm over it. It's something going to shake. And so many opportunities came once I just freed myself up. So I'm excited to see what happens for you now.
You gotta let your hands go in order to receive.
Yeah, that's true. Right.
Shondo, you gotta drop something in order to pick up something. Oh, Shondo.
Happy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Look, may the chaos go off.
I almost ran around the studio.
Did you?
The
headphones are still on your head before you go.
Me knocking over all the equipment. If y'all only knew what it took us to get here.
Mind you,
Keith comes in and teaches us new stuff that we're not gonna remember next Sunday.
I'll be here. Come in. He said, "Go to butt."
Go to butt. Like, shut your gay ass up. That's how you think about her.
Right. I'll be like, all right, you wasn't listening. I'm over it. I'm about to go solo.
Okay. How are you though? How's your week been?
Oh my God. I'm convinced.
Wait, hold on. Time out. I haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I have to go back 2 more weeks, right?
I won't remember.
I want to go Silk Sonic.
Okay. Right.
I want to go see Silk Sonic. When I tell you, I left inspired.
Did you?
I left full. Like, you ever go to a show and you just like, damn, that re-energized me. That's what that show was. I went as a Bruno fan and expecting for Bruno to just kill the show, which he did. But I left thoroughly impressed with Anderson .Paak.
Did you?
I'm an Anderson .Paak fan now.
I love that. He's amazing.
I'm a Paak head. I don't know if that's what they call themselves, but I'm a Paak head.
I like that.
I like that too.
I think he should adopt it.
Excuse me, Anderson .Paak fans. If you're not called the Paak heads, you're welcome. But I like the Paak heads. I'm a member now. It was so good, so well put together. And the wonderful thing about it, they don't let you use your phone.
Oh, good.
When you walk in, they put your phone like in a little case and they lock it up. So you can't use it throughout the show, which forces you to enjoy the show.
I love that. That's how you do it.
Yes. So when I went to Lucky Day, because I've already started doing that, like putting my phone down, but you know, you get like the little thing because you want to show people you was there. I don't know why you do that. Don't nobody really care.
I guess it wasn't real if it wasn't posted.
Yeah. So I did that at the Lucky Day show, and I thoroughly enjoyed the Lucky Day show. That was Friday.
Good.
Me and Chris went to Lucky Day.
Ray was at Silk Sonic too.
What day was she there?
I don't know. She posted in her story. Shout outs to Ray. I love you. Happy belated birthday,
Ray. Yes.
She posted in her story. It was in Vegas.
Yes, it was Vegas. That's it. They have their what's it called? A residency.
Yes,
in Vegas.
Wow, so early on.
Yeah, well, I think it's Bruno's residency,
right? And he just made it a Silk Sonic
and
thing.
then like Silk Sonic. I think goes back solo as Bruno.
That's smart.
But like it was amazing. It was an amazing show. And shout out to Lucky Day and the whole team over there. That was an amazing show too.
Lucky Day is really on the rise. I don't know who I was with. No, I was listening to some of Just a Dope Ass podcast, and they were talking about how Lucky Day is just like the only person in R&B doing the things. Although he's not, but he is like the front runner at this point. Because the rest of the boys, I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. Giveon is not giving it.
Giveon has never given it to me.
Tone Snit. Who? Tone Snitch. I feel bad because I'm cool with Hootie. Shout out to Hootie. Shout out to old MBK family.
You chewed that name up multiple
Shout out to
times.
all the people over there. Let me stop playing. Tone Snit is it. Shout out to Hootie and the MBK family.
Yeah, I just
but I never can say that boy's name.
I just noticed.
What up, Tone?
Tone works.
Tone
works.
Shout out to Hootie.
But yeah, they were saying that about Lucky Day, and I was just like, yeah, Lucky Day is the one. It's really like a girl's world for me. I mean, it's always been a girl's world for me, but I think like back in the 90s and the 2000s, it was a fair mix. Now it's really the girls.
Yeah, because men stopped singing. I'm gonna say that men stopped singing. They ever since Bryson Tiller, shout out to Bryson Tiller, A Wonderful Trap Soul was an amazing album, revolutionary. It changed the face of R&B.
Yeah, that was a moment.
Ever since then, niggas stopped singing, and now niggas do.
What is that?
That's how they sing. They don't sing. They don't care. They don't like, hold notes.
Yeah.
They don't cry. They don't beg no more. No one wants people to stay. It's just about girl, drop your dress, and I'm gonna give you this dick. And if you don't want this dick, you can hit the road. Hit the road. You can hit the road. You can hit the road. That's
I would actually download that.
I know, exactly. No one says, no, baby, don't go.
Right, Gerald Levert.
Hit the road. No one does that no more.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because they're trying to cater to the times. And right now, the times, I don't know what times we are in.
Toxic.
I'm convinced.
We're in toxic times.
I don't know if I'm in a personal Mercury retrograde or what, but March needs to end.
No, I've had a good March.
I've had highlights in March, but like there has been a lot going on around me socially that I'm just like, no. It's like a fever pitch of ghetto, and I don't like it. Yeah, it's very scary times. Gay? Well,
every month is gay.
Gay, yeah. Some things won't change. It's been scary, but still gay. I don't even know how to identify that emotion.
That's my favorite.
I know.
So, how has your week been? Because I've not seen you. Well, I've seen you.
Did you? When is the last time I saw you?
Last time I saw you was at the last Secret Sessions on the...
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Like, is that 2 weeks ago now?
I think it was 2 weeks ago. But now we also have another Secret Session. This is a shameless plug on March 30th.
Okay.
At the Bourbon Room. It's the NFT, the Black NFT, all Black people doing NFTs after party, the official after party. We have amazing artists. It's on March 30th. Ticket on eventbrite.com. Check the link in my Insta story. Go ahead. That's the last time I seen you was at the last Secret Session.
Yes. My week has been it's been good on a productivity side, like level, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm in a Mr. Krabs meme space.
Oh no.
Where everything's just like blurred around me and I'm solid, but everything is just like, what the fuck? And I will talk about some of this like throughout certain topics, but yeah. So last night I was supposed to go to Tribe Karaoke.
That was last night.
That was last night. And that did not happen because for lack of a better word, a series of ghetto events stopped that from happening. And not too happy about that, but I understand that shit arises and sometimes you just gotta handle it as it comes. So that was one thing that is adding to this Mercury retrograde. But I think a lot of the dealings I've had with men as of late, Mercury retrograde, I don't know what's going on. You have a shitty kitty. Huh? What? What did you just say, bitch?
Do you have a shitty kitty?
No, bitch. That's not the problem.
Okay.
The problem are the niggas in my space.
Oh, I thought it was a shitty kitty.
No, girl, fuck you. Fuck you.
Maybe it's a little...
You don't confuse my brand with yours.
A little chocolate.
So anyway,
a little tartar sauce.
A little what?
Tartar sauce.
I don't even understand how that comes into play. It's white. You are disgusting. You are disgusting. You proud of that? Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last joint get right. At this point, what is this? 239?
We're 239. Yeah, we're 11 episodes away from our 250. We got to do something.
No, Mas. No, this is the last one. Let's cut it short. Enough of this. But yeah, like I'm doing well for myself. Like I feel like I've been doing a lot of hosting, a lot of red carpets. That's what's been going on. I've done a red carpet for Zeus Network.
Yeah, I've seen that Bad Boys Club.
Yeah, well, Bad Boys LA, because Oxygen will sue the shit out them girls.
Oh, excuse me. Bad
Boys LA. That was it was a good carpet, a ghetto show, but I love shit like that. Yeah. So that's been going on. What else did I do? I covered the Truth Awards. We both did.
Yeah.
We both covered the Truth Awards.
Maybe that's the last time I seen you.
No, I think Secret Sessions was.
Okay.
But that was the first time we ever covered a carpet together. We worked together on Ebony, but this was the first time that we
stood side by side. Eric was the superstar of the carpet. I was just a side piece of the carpet.
No, you weren't. You were a host.
The superstar.
We were equally yoked.
Eric's the front of the carpet.
That's
big. I don't know if you ever worked the red carpet or if you know anything about red carpets. The first person on the red carpet is the get. That's the star spot. The first spot is where everyone stops, is where everybody talks to. That's where you want to be. And Eric Devontae, right there, first person on the carpet. So proud.
I'm honored. It's God. It's
I stood next to him, so
it was. You said what?
I stood next to you, so I can't
wait. There were just so many people there. I wish I was able to stay for the event afterwards, but I went to San Diego for my friend's birthday, and no regrets there. But you know, I feel like I would have been more enthused about this maybe like 2 weeks ago, because I was about to say the men that were there, flawless.
No, there were some very, very handsome men.
Absolutely.
At that. And I
just think that the space I'm in currently, my enthusiasm for men is like,
I said I wasn't talking about men on the show no more, didn't I?
Did you?
I think I did.
I don't remember that.
I think I did.
That is such a big task. We're gay.
I know, but I did meet a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person.
Really?
Yes.
At the Truth Awards?
Yes.
Wait, didn't you? Yes, Burgundy.
I told you, Burgundy.
Yes. Yeah. Is it still going?
Yeah. Supposed to watch the Oscars tonight. Wow. I know, knock on wood, y'all. I said I'm not gonna talk about people. But...
Oh my God. Y'all did any whole shit?
No. I know, right?
You must really like him.
I do.
I love that for you.
Oh, jeez, I'm putting that out there.
Well, nobody knows what we're talking about. That's so cute. He's cute.
Going down the drain now.
What hoes? You saying you ain't have none?
I don't have any, but
I don't know.
What Jasmine song roster? My roster. I don't have a roster.
I need a fresh start. No, I don't. There's just some people that need to get crossed off. That's really all that's going on. I just have some people that need to get crossed off.
Don't catch feeling.
But yeah, pretty much like that is what my week has my weeks have encompassed. Just like a lot of personal development and professional development, but I think my social circle is a little wonky right now. I'm grateful to yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. My social circle is a little wonky right now, but to all my friends that have been really solid, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And that's pretty much it.
That's all you've been doing for the last 2 weeks, Helen.
Bitch, I said I've been doing a lot of hosting.
Host-standing or hosting?
I'm ready to talk about other people.
So you've been host-standing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Standing as a hoe?
Yeah.
That's it. That is a hard task to do.
But it's rewarding.
Because most hoes are in the back.
I know.
But you've been standing.
Because I want to separate myself from the grain.
Standing in your wholeness.
I want to separate myself from the rest of the girls.
And that you are. You know, Jasmine Cabaret season 3 is coming up, so.
You know, quite honestly, we're already on season 3. Secondly, I don't think there will be a season 4.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not?
Because they're about to get sued.
Ain't nobody worried about Amber.
I mean, I don't know. Zeus can't explain that. Zeus cannot explain why Ballistic ripped that girl's hair out from her roots.
Allegedly.
Because
we have not seen the footage yet.
We have not. And Zeus, I wish I was able to ask this on the carpet, but the carpet had so much going on and I didn't get to speak to LJ himself, because if I was talking to him specifically, I just wanted to know about Jocelyn.
And LJ is the owner of
Zeus. Yeah, like he's the head honcho.
Young black man. Let's just put that out there. Young black man getting his coin.
He is, and I respect that part of the hustle. I just think that there are certain guidelines that need to be put in place so that way you can continue to sustain and elevate the brand rather than do damage control. Like, it's great to be on now, but like, let's think long term. And if we don't get these things under control now, ain't no long term. So if I was able to speak to him on the carpet, I definitely would have asked more questions about that, because from the outside looking in and the stories, it all sounds very wild. It's all alleged. However, it still sounds wild. So yeah, that's pretty much been it. I feel great. I feel great professionally. Now I'm just trying to figure out like where I want to go with it. Like, I love doing the carpets and stuff, but I'm still trying to solidify career space.
Okay.
Like, the freelancing is great, all of that. I just need to know where money is coming from consistently, and I need it to come from my art.
Yeah.
That is the space I'm in. I'm no longer looking for 9 to 5s. At least not that. Not pointless 9 to 5s.
And something that's going towards your career and advancement of what you want to do. Understand.
So the Indeed jobs at this point, the random ones that you just click to apply.
Let me tell you how Indeed is so off.
What were they giving you? Poor suggestions?
Horrible suggestions.
What were they suggesting?
No, on my resume it says content producer. It also says copywriter. They send, would you like to be a recruiter for a health insurance? Would you like to do content producing for this elderly care?
What? Wait, content producing for elderly care? That could be the next level for you.
What? They can't do TikToks.
How you know?
You want your Mima up in there doing TikTok?
I don't have a Mima, but I've seen many an old bitch on TikTok, and I'm thoroughly entertained.
I'm not.
There is a market and a lane for everybody.
Indeed. Stop just sending blind job applications.
I actually don't think it was blind. I actually always felt like you wanted to be an elderly content creator. Like, the fact that you're saying this right now is wild to me. Like, way to shoot your blessings down before they manifest. Like, I saw you.
I'm missing out on my blessing. Yes. Me and Gertrude and Bartholomew, we should all be doing TikToks together.
Absolutely.
Okay, Gertrude, giddy up.
Enjoy them while they are here. Okay, make evergreen content. Okay, because while they may not be here forever or much longer, that content remains.
Make someone's grandma happy today.
I think you need to reassess your purpose.
Let me talk to God about that.
Yeah.
Tonight, I'm going to ask him a few questions.
And if you see an old person on your blog, that's a sign.
Okay.
Yeah. If you see an old person on your blog, that's a sign you're supposed to be an elderly content creator at Shady Pines Nursery Home.
Not Shady Pines.
I see the vision.
Thank you. I'm happy you see it. Because right now it's a little blurry to me.
Mr. Krabs meme. All right, y'all. It is time for my favorite segment of the day. Bitch, you better read.
The mouse is backwards.
What's my favorite word?
All right, number one. Social media reacts to Remy Ma saying she doesn't think Doja Cat is a rapper, but she's dope. The Remy Ma conversation with Drink Champs is an interview that just keeps on giving. On Friday, people were discussing her Nicki Minaj comments, and today, folks are discussing a clip of Remy Ma saying Doja Cat is not a rapper. During the conversation, Remy Ma gave Doja her props, but mentioned she didn't think she was a rapper. Online, the conversation seems to be split. An equal amount of people seem to agree and disagree with Remy Ma. Someone tweeted, "So Lauryn Hill can be considered a rapper, but Doja can't?" Another person who agrees that Doja was a rapper stated, "Doja Cat not being labeled as a rapper baffles me. Yes, she includes heavy pop in her music, but she be rapping her ass off over them pop beats." A couple of people disagreed. Though they acknowledged her talent, they stated that she wasn't considered a rapper. Doja has a lot of hits, and I love her so much, but she ain't a rapper. I would put her in a pop category. Even Apple Music put her as the face of pop. Another person added, "Can she rap? Yes. Is she a rapper? No. Y'all stands be in your feelings with people just talking facts." If you recall, Doja also took home 2 awards for favorite R&B album and favorite female R&B artist at the AMAs in 2021, and some people were opposed to it. Expressing disbelief, the commenter said, "Jhené Aiko didn't win Best Female R&B Artist, but Doja Cat does, and I just don't understand what category Doja is in." Another person said in her defense, her first album and EP were mostly R&B. Why do you have to discredit her when you haven't listened to her discography? Doja's R&B is amazing. For me personally, I would consider Doja Cat to be a rapper. I think that she may not fall under the 80s, 90s definition of a rapper. However, I think that she has found a sound that suits her and is very specific to her. And it's very much the path that Missy Elliott took. It's very much the path that Nicki Minaj took, where it's just like, I want to go on a more mainstream route. And I think if we're talking about the standard definition of hip hop, then a lot of male rappers right now are not rappers. Because that mumble shit was not giving in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, the 2010s. Like, I don't. So I'm like, I don't have a problem with that. What I will say is that I feel like award placements are strategic in the sense that they're placing her in certain arenas versus other ones because she'll dominate those. Like, Doja Cat in R&B solely, I would not give that to her. Planet Her does not give me R&B, and I'm pretty sure that's what she was winning awards for. So I'm kind of like, why would you not put her with the Dua Lipas and all the Arianas and things of that sort? I feel like that's where she's better suited. Can she rap? She raps. She's rapping circles around a lot of these people, girls and boys. So I'm not gonna say Doja Cat is not a rapper. But I'm also like against anyone who's trying to undermine her talent, because Doja Cat is like one of the greatest artists out at this moment, like in every realm, aesthetically, sonically, visually. Well, that's still aesthetically, but you get my point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you think?
I think that Doja Cat is ushering in a new era of hip hop. I think this pop hop, if you will, this pop hip hop that Lil Nas X is in, Doja Cat is in, Sweetie is even in. I feel like this is a new wave, and people have to get some adjusting to it. Now, her being an R&B artist, I do not agree. I think that her proximity to blackness is what put her in that category.
Agreed.
And that's why she was not in the pop categories with Dua Lipa and Ariana, which I feel like she should have been.
Absolutely.
But because they see her as an urban artist, they automatically put her in a quote unquote urban category, R&B, making her beat out people like Jasmine Sullivan and Janae Aiko, who are true R&B singers. So that's a whole nother story, how the industry puts people in boxes based upon their color and not the genre. But back to pop hop. I think pop hop is the same as how we've seen, have you said it before, with Nicki Minaj, how she can give us starships, but she also can give us beats in the trap. And I think that people don't understand the duality of it all. The Lauryn Hill comparison is actually really interesting. Do I think that Lauryn Hill is considered a rapper? Yes, I think Lauryn Hill is a rapper because she continuously drops bars, but she also sings, and she sings her face off. But she also sings on a very hip hop type of beat, which I think why people can still consider her as a rapper. Whereas Doja, she doesn't have those hip hop really driven beats. It's a lot more pop, a lot more, I wouldn't say maybe house music, if you will.
Some house, a mesh of EDM in there, some raver shit.
Yeah, so it's like it's a blended genre. So people find it hard to place her, which I think she should be in the pop category, because when you look at pop, it's literally just popular music. And right now, Doja is making popular music. So I understand why the genre blending can be interesting and confusing, but also don't blame Doja. I blame her label for not knowing how to place her. She makes great songs, and they understand she makes great songs, but they can't place her. So they put her with these R&B things, so they feel like she may be able to win a little bit more over these R&B things than she may be able to do in hip hop or pop people, because Dua Lipa is a force to be reckoned with right now. Like she's gonna rack up everything. So why not put her in a category where they feel like she can win to give her those awards?
You don't think Doja could get some awards over Dua?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Is Dua really doing it like that?
Dua's doing it like that. Levitating is the longest running female song on the Billboard Hot 100.
But Kiss Me More got something of that caliber too.
But it's not Levitating. Levitating was number 1.
Dua Lipa's cool.
Dua Lipa is that bitch.
I just feel like Doja could.
I think that, once again, our proximity to blackness, we do not listen to Dua Lipa like that. We don't listen to Kiss FM. We don't listen to the pop radio stations. We listen to 102 points. I
don't listen to the radio.
Oh, okay. Well, I listen to the R&B stations, and they play Doja, but Dua is running things, not just here, internationally. So I think all that plays a factor into that. But do I consider Doja a rapper? I think she is definitely pop hop. And she is definitely a great rapper. She has bars, and she just makes great music.
Yeah. I mean, and I know Doja Cat is going through a lot right now from every side, like emotionally, mentally. I think she's going through, let me take that back. I do listen to the radio. I don't listen to like specific stations. Like I listen to Big Boy. I think because I do most of my viewership on YouTube, that's like, I'm like, but I am still listening to the radio. It's a different medium.
You're not listening to the songs, you listen to the interview.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah. But yeah, I think the biggest bullet point that you listed was that the proximity to blackness. And I'm just like, oh, the industry. And I don't even fully know what that means in totality, but I'm just like, the industry.
Yeah,
the industry. Number two. This story was really sad, and I really can't imagine. This young boy passed away by falling from a free fall ride. This 14-year-old boy, he says, if I don't make it down, tell my mom and my dad I love them. A 14-year-old boy fell to his death from an Orlando ride. Told his friends that he was worried about his safety, says his father. Let me make sure, because y'all know we'll be repeating headlines, so I'm trying to make sure this isn't a repeat. Okay. The father of the teenage boy who fell to his death from a theme park ride is speaking out and demanding answers. In an exclusive interview with Fox 35 Orlando, Yarnell Sampson said his son knew he was in danger, and he wants to make sure no other child feels like that again. His son, Tyree Sampson, who's 14, was visiting Icon Park in Orlando, Florida, as a part of an American football program and joined his friends on the Orlando Freefall ride. The father explained to the outlet that when the ride took off, that's when his son was feeling uncomfortable. He was like, "This thing is moving." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "What's going on?" Sampson told Fox 35, that's when he started freaking out. The teen told his friend the teen then told his friends beside him, "If I don't make it down, please tell my mama and daddy I love them." For him to say something like that, he must have felt something. Sadly, his son tragically plummeted from the ride when he was about halfway down. It's a 430-foot descent on Thursday. Oh, so he fell 430 feet.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Jesus Christ. Ooh, he was rushed to a local hospital where he died from his injuries. The heartbroken father is now demanding to know why his 6'5", 340-pound son was allowed to ride on the ride after he was stopped from getting on other rides due to his size. This should never happen to anyone else's child ever again. Simpson said, "If I have anything to do with this, it will not ever happen again." The Orange County Sheriff's Office is now investigating Tyree Sampson's death. The news outlet notes that Sampson has retained Ben Crump, the attorney famous for his civil rights and personal injury claims, who said a fun time at a park should not have ended in tragedy.
There's a lot of layers to this story.
Yeah, man. It's like every time I read like a detail to it, it's like I get like caught up and like I get a visual and I'm like, because I'm into like roller coasters.
Yeah.
So
I am not.
But I realized at my older age, because I just went to Six Flags with a friend of mine, friend of the show, Jamie. Shout out to Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
Who also just got another role as an animated character.
Oh.
My girl is not only a Bratz doll, she is really fucking shit up.
She's out here.
Shout outs to Jamie. But yes, Jamie and I went to Six Flags, and I realized that same thrill seeking that I was once into, I was kind of like, just because it's just like, I don't know. In my older age, I'm just like, I don't get off like I used to.
I never understood it.
It's this feeling of being uninhibited and like kind of having to release control, especially like as the ride drops down. It's kind of like, and in life, I'm typically like a control freak. So I guess for that, I felt free and like liberated in a sense. But now that I'm older, I'm like, And then you keep hearing all these stories, like the girl who got stuck on the slide in the cruise ship. This young boy who tragically had this happen to him. Just so many things. I'm like, I don't really need this. Like I can fuck with a good bumper car go-kart combination.
Yeah.
Funnel cake, and I will be happy as ever. But like, I say all that to say it's not giving what it used to give. But this is very layered, and I can't even imagine.
Yeah. See, when I first read the headline, because I was 150 pounds up until 2000 and what? When I lived out here, like 2017, I was 150. Like that's always been like my weight,
Yeah.
So I've always been like a skinnier kid. So when I read about the 14-year-old falling, I thought he was like one of those skinnier kids, like one of those kids that could not
fill the seat up.
Yeah, fill the seat up. But now to read more about how he was 6'5" and 350 pounds, it also raises eyebrows. Like, why did they not check to see his safety? Like, was the thing not all the way in? Like, did it not lock in? And if it didn't lock in, why didn't they say not to do it? Also, can a 14-year-old be allowed at the amusement park by himself without adult supervision or without parental guidance? Or
his parents watched him fall. His parents watched him fall to his death.
I didn't know the dad was there.
Yeah, the first story, I actually think you guys wrote this when I first read it. It was saying that nearby witnesses watched in horror as the parents watched their son plummet to his death.
Because that was also my concern. Like, he's 14, he's underage. Can he get on the ride without the parental consent? Secondly,
he probably doesn't look 14 at that.
No,
size.
He doesn't look 14 at all. But then you say, why did this ride allow my son to get on? All the other rides didn't. Once again, why as a parent would you allow your child to get on a ride if at the amusement park you know that the rides have said no? Everything has said no up to this one. So there's one ride in the entire amusement park that he can actually ride.
I think coming from a parental space, quite possibly, because I don't know, Keith, you can feel free to chime in. But like, if you bring your child to the amusement park and they're into the whole thrill seeking and stuff, and they're getting denied by every ride, and they finally find one that says that it's fine, you're gonna let them go, because it's like, yeah, finally my child can enjoy themselves. Like, it's just a parent letting a kid be a kid. Yeah. You know, so it's like, I can't fault the father. And I'm like, the fact that you witnessed your son die, I would never speak anything that would cause you to feel any type of blame, negligence, anything, because you're already dealing with shit I can't even fathom. Yeah.
My heart does go out to the family, but there's also like a lot of questions in my head. Like, I've never worked in an amusement park, but I've been to a few. I don't ride the rides, but I always pay attention to what's going on. And I just, if the bar didn't go down, if he said it felt wobbly, I just feel like they should have like let him off.
And I'm just like, and I shouldn't try and visualize this. It's just because I've read this story so many times, I guess, because I am a thrill seeker, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? But I'm like, just the thought of like, I guess the bar snapping, and it's just like out the seat. Yeah. That is terrifying. Because there's like, and to all my thrill seekers who like roller coasters, you know that feeling where you're just like, am I secure in this? And it's like, to actually have it not be secure. Yeah.
On when I was young, I hadn't gone on to a amusement park on a roller coaster in a long time, until like last year when they forced me on that damn roller coaster. I'm not doing it again. I was on the one at Six Flags that the thing goes down and your feet dangle. Remind you, I'm 150, so I literally had to hold myself up the entire ride because I was too loose and I kept slipping down.
That is scary.
It is terrifying. And people are always like, Kevin, why did you do roller coasters? Those are why. That's why.
Yeah. And I just don't know that the tests are happening the way that they need to. I mean, some things are not preventable. Some things are not preventable, but I just like,
who has time to sit there and check it every single time? It doesn't happen. I'm sure it doesn't happen. I'm positive it doesn't happen. No one, even though they say there's safety rules and regulations, they don't go through and test every ride, every night, every day like they should. Yeah. There's no way.
And that's a traumatic situation for everyone involved. The conductor has to have some type of trauma going on. Oh, yeah. And feel some type of guilt, even though they should not. I'm sure they feel it. The people around him who watch him fall out his seat, his friends, devastated. Everyone involved. I am so sorry I had to deal with that. And I am moving on. Number three. Lotto confirms that Mariah Carey will be featured on the Big Energy remix. That's right. Clap it up. Love that. As she continues to promote her new album, 777, Lotto just revealed that the one and only legendary Mariah Carey will be on the remix to her big hit single, Big Energy.
Happy birthday, Mariah. Well, excuse me, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Wait, which one is it? Is it Fantasy?
No, Mariah.
The album?
No, her. Mariah Carey herself.
Like since she came out?
No, she doesn't have birthday. She has anniversary.
Oh, got it.
It's also Halle Bailey's birthday.
Oh, yay. Love that. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, random.
It's fine. No, it was just additional note for this. So after fans continued to speculate that Lotto could possibly be working with Mariah Carey, she officially confirmed the news via social media. This has been a pretty big week for Lotto. As she has been tirelessly promoting her long-awaited debut album, including multiple interviews, dropping a sneak peek of the track list and features, and getting her fans ready for what they've been waiting for. Now that the album is finally out, Lotto blessed her fans with one final surprise, and it's courtesy of Mariah Carey. Just before Lotto broke the news, she and Mariah were teasing fans on Twitter with subtle posts hinting that she had something in the works, and the speculation proved to be true. The remix to Big Energy is set to drop on March 28th, which is tomorrow, and Lotto gave a quick sneak peek by posting the single cover. You'll recall that Lotto's hit song Big Energy samples Fantasy, which is Mariah's chart-topping 1995 classic featuring the late ODB. Love ODB. This is some wholesome news surrounding Lotto, who has been in the middle of a bit of controversy regarding her album. Earlier this week, she had an interview and revealed that a male rapper turned down her offer to be featured on her album because she refused to sleep with him. Without her naming names, many assumed it was Kodak Black, who was outed about the accusation by his producer, although Kodak denied the claims. Additionally, Lotto was also accused of not properly crediting someone who allegedly wrote some rhymes on her album, something that she quickly and firmly shut down. First off, congratulations, Lotto, because that girl works her ass off.
Yeah, and she's so nice.
She seems nice.
She's super nice. She did her interview with us
I saw week. She looks so good.
So good. She looks so good, and she's so kind and just so, I hate to say well-mannered when he talked about people of color, but her just so...
She was raised right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Southern.
The reason why I put this out there for today is because for me, and another shout out to Coi Leray, because I feel like a lot of people have been really trying to shit on them and just as in their career at this point. Like, a lot of people have been trying to discredit Lotto's work. They were super focused on her name, just all these things. And I feel like Lotto is a young woman who's really just passionate about what she does. And she's been working hard since I found out about her. So for her to get such a major collaboration with Mariah Carey, it is just proof to say that fuck what everybody around you is talking about. Do what you got to do and watch God in the universe treat you accordingly.
Yeah.
That is the moral of the story, because a lot of people have been shitting on Coi Leray, calling her talentless. And while I say I'm not the biggest Coi Leray fan, just because she doesn't make a sound that's appeasing to my ears, but I respect anyone who is doing what they want to do and it's authentic to them. And the fact that she was able to solidify a feature from Nicki Minaj, I reiterate one more time, don't worry about what these bitches is talking about around you, because it's irrelevant. Do what you got to do and watch God in the universe fill your cup. That's the point here. So Lotto, congratulations. I listened to the album. Very solid body of work. I did not realize that this was the debut, because I thought Queen of the South was an album. Apparently it's not.
I guess it was an EP.
I guess it was an EP. It was well done too. So I'm starting to stand. I really like her, but I'm starting to stand just because of the story. And while I wouldn't say she was necessarily an underdog, based on treatment she's been getting from society, I always root for the underdog, and she falls in that. Coi Leray, underdog, rooting for. So, any thoughts?
No, I'm very proud of Lotto. I think that the album is solid. It is really good. I think that from beginning to end, has good replay value. I think that it's really sad that the comments about the rapper not clearing the verse is overshadowing how great of an album that it actually is. Now, I understand that she just want to tell her story and had to get that out there, because I do think there's a lot of male rappers out there that are using that against female rappers, or using that against other people to get what they want, you know? And I applaud her for calling it out and calling a spade a spade. I don't know when we're going to cancel Kodak Black. I don't know when that's going to happen. I don't know when we're going to start holding people accountable for their actions. I'm waiting for that day. Yeah, I just don't understand that. He's said it publicly in other interviews that he wouldn't give a female verse without if she wasn't going to sleep with him. Like, he said this publicly. And now when this comes back around, oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I wouldn't say that. It wasn't me. Now, who was it? It wasn't Lil Wayne. It wasn't Childish Gambino.
TBH, I'm so unimpressed by Kodak's crusty ass.
I don't get it. It's not my cup of tea.
No, it's not even a fucking cup of tea. It's dirty bathwater.
Oh, not the bathwater.
The nigga look like he don't bathe. And you know what? I don't really want to break down another black person, black man, black whatever. However, Kodak, it's late. It's late. It's late. You are so late and fucking crusty to me.
Oh, wow.
You are of the same caliber of Boosie to me.
I was about to say Boosie and Kodak should go on tour and call it the Dirt Girt.
The Dirt Girt? No, because ODB's thing is Dirt McGirt, and I would never.
Oh, my bad.
Rest in peace,
the
King.
Take a Bath tour.
The Take a Bath
tour. Lil Boosie, Kodak Black, and we can throw
what's another funky nigga?
Who needs to take a bath?
I don't know many. Those two though? They headliners.
They get
headline.
Shout out to the promoters that's going to give us our money for that.
Period. Because there is a crowd for it. Will I be in attendance? No, but you better run us our money.
Okay.
I know that's motherfucking right.
I know where I can book them.
Right.
Mobile, Alabama.
Right. Come on, Mobile.
Okay.
Come
out the woodwork.
But this isn't about Kodak Black, and it's damn sure about crusty ass Boosie.
It's about Lotto and giving Lotto her flowers.
Yes. Congratulations, Queen.
And I'm excited to hear the remix. I want to know, is it going to pull from the fantasy a little bit more? Is Mariah going to give us a new verse? Is Mariah going to rap on it?
That would be fun.
Like, I want to hear it. Lotto said that this may be Mariah's 20th and her first #1. So
that would be so good for both of them.
Let's see.
Like, why not give Mariah another #1? And why not just push Lotto further? Why not?
Let's see.
Let's really shit on the people that was trying to shit on you. So congratulations, Lotto. I'm so excited to watch you do what you do. Yeah. Number 4. A new study finds that male birth control is 99% effective on mice, and scientists are reportedly aiming to start human trials this year. So, my cisgender straight folks, your time is now. For years, folks have advocated for a male contraceptive, and scientists have been working diligently to come up with a solution that would prevent men from impregnating women. It was previously reported that male birth control injections were being tested, but scientists at the University of Minnesota have developed male birth control pills instead. According to reports by Dr. Abdullah Al-Norman and his team at the university, have been testing the pills on mice in clinical trials, reportedly finding the pills to be 99% effective at preventing pregnancy in the rodents. Despite those findings, the scientists have not yet found the pills to be safe on male humans. Safety is very important for birth control pills because people are not taking it for a disease, so they are less tolerant of the side effects, Dr. Norman said. He and his colleagues reportedly gave mice a daily dose of molecules called YCT529 over a 4-week period and found that their sperm count decreased significantly. The mice could reproduce normally again between 4 and 6 weeks of receiving the treatment. When we went to even 100 times higher, wait, what? When we went to even 100 times higher, well, you leaving in 5 days, but baby, whoever the fuck wrote this, y'all need to reread and stop rushing stories. When we went, let me try and figure out what they're saying.
We went to even 100 times higher. This is a quote. I guess it's like when we went to, just take out the even. When we went to 100 times higher doses, this would be a dose, then the effective dose, the compound didn't show any toxicity.
Okay. So when they went to a higher dose, it didn't seem to have any damaging effects, basically.
Yes, basically.
Richard Anderson of the University of Edinburgh said, Dr. Noman finding no side effects in mice is not indicative that the drug will be safe for use on humans.
Yeah.
If you were developing a drug that's targeting a completely novel pathway, I think it would be appropriate to be cautious about safety when there isn't a track record in that field. How do you feel about the whole male contraceptive thing? Speak easy, speak freely.
I don't know.
Is it because you're about to put your soldiers down?
Well, I've, in the words of Judge Brown Jackson, I'm not a biologist. So that would be something I would have to see. I could put the cases together, then make a decision on that.
I like to see it. Monique voice.
Okay. I think it's interesting because we do have female contraceptives and they slow down the ovulation period. So, but I know that the male body works different. If I remember from 7th grade health, the male body works a little bit different from the female ovulation, right? So the female ovulations only create eggs every now and then, right?
And men reproduce sperm every 3 days. 3 days.
3 days, right? So does it like cut off the reproduction of the semen?
Maybe it lessens how many get through, I guess. If there's like a funnel in the body somehow, maybe
so
it kind of like
be a potential blockage.
That's what it's giving because it's a preventative measure. It's a contraceptive. So there has to be something that's lessening a sperm count. So there's some type of blockage that comes with this.
Sounds like a long-term side effect.
But this is what women have been dealing with for years.
I understand, and I don't understand why they do that.
You know, I think that this is for the futures of the world. This is for the Nick Cannons of the world that should be running around impregnating girls. Male contraceptive, I think it's only right. Now, quite honestly, I don't like if it's not your stilo, if you're not trying to have kids, then this is for you. But like I think if women are going to be risking harm on their body with this stuff, men should too.
I listen, as a female, if I was a female, I don't think I would take birth control. But as a nigga, and as a gay nigga, I don't have to worry about shooting up the club.
Amen.
So, but if you out here, just raw dogging and you want somebody to something, I think it's a great idea for you.
Yeah.
How do pull-out games be so weak?
I don't believe that ghetto shit is gonna fuck around and have you with a bunch of kids. That pulling out shit, because you can't, like, pre-com happens and that can still start the fertilization process. So it's like you pulling out when you think you about to hit the big one. Meanwhile, you already leaking in there. So you're pulling out too late at this point.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, if you're not gonna wear condoms, pop the pill. And I don't think women should always have to run the risk. I know, like, women with, like, being the child bearers and stuff like that, I just think we expect women to endure a lot more, but it takes two to tango. And I think also the fact that men can always up and leave a pregnant woman, I'm for it. I guess I'm on a feminist soapbox or whatever. I'm just really for, like, what's right and what's equal, and I don't think women should have to risk their bodies being on birth control, because I know it makes them gain weight. I'm pretty sure it fucks with their flow when it comes to, like, period season, like all these things. And it's just like, I think men should have something like that for themselves.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I listen, pop the pill.
So
now ladies say, are you on the pill?
Pop the pill, feed the children.
Are you on the pill?
Yeah.
Are you on the pill?
Yeah.
That should be the question. That should be the ad.
Question.
Are you on the pill?
Yeah, are you on the pill? That's like the gays with PrEP.
Yeah.
But once the gays started taking PrEP, everyone's just like, what's a condom? I don't need that shit.
Child, like, other STDs and STIs don't exist.
They don't give a fuck. How many people do you think, that was my question, how many people do you think have sex without condoms? Or do you think it's more common that people have both questions? How many people do you think are having sex without a condom? And do you think it's more common than not have sex with a condom?
I think about 65% of Americans are having sex without condoms. Wow. I say at least 65%. I think it's a combination of a couple things. One, people are probably too embarrassed to go to buy their own condoms, or don't have the resources to go get them. Two, I think that sex sometimes happens sporadically and they just don't realize it's about to go down. And three, I think that the culture that we live in is encouraging it. Hell, the cues say take the rubber off, meet the meat.
All right, Eric, stop.
That's what they say.
I
know people who come to me to get condoms, and I don't even have sex like that. I just have a big old box. So, I don't know.
I mean, I get the appeal of it. I just think that there's too many things going on, things that we know about and things that we don't know about. This is the thing. You can't play the same with everybody. You cannot fuck everybody you meet, and you damn sure can't fuck everybody raw that you meet. Okay, like, y'all really need to take pride in y'all. Y'all don't have to do shit. Honestly, it's your life. I recommend a light suggestion.
I think sex positivity is a great thing. But safe sex positivity is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, like, just because I think you have to think about the culture and the society that we live in. It's not one thing to you don't want to deal with STDs and STIs. However, it's not always a safe space for someone who's dealing with STDs and STIs to admit that they are dealing with it, because then they get labeled as dirty, ruined, damaged, all these things. So it's like, why would I lessen my dating pool chances by telling you something that not only could turn you off of me, but also you run my business to the street? So it's like this culture of shaming, this culture of ignorance. It's a few things, but I say all that to say this is why it's important that you vet people. You can't give yourself to everybody, and you damn sure can't give yourself to everybody raw. That goes from men and women.
Yeah.
So, that's that. Number 5. I didn't. You can do it to shut the fuck up, but it wasn't my intention.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll explain why I didn't want to make this a shut the fuck up, but whatever. So Bow Wow doubles down on recent comments about Jermaine Dupri, saying he ain't make me. Oof. Bow Wow had been pretty vocal recently on social media regarding his 2-decade career. However, it's his repeated comments about former label head and producer Jermaine Dupri that have everyone talking. Once again, taking to social media, Bow Wow made it clear that despite fan assumption, the reason he has a career is due to Snoop Dogg, not Jermaine Dupri. Picking up where he left off earlier this week, Bow Wow answered a fan's question on Twitter who wrote, "You wouldn't be where you were if it wasn't for those fire JD beats. Snoop might have discovered you, but JD made you," leaving Bow Wow to fire back with a jaw-dropping response. He answered the question with the following: "Made who? He made Criss Cross. He ain't make me." Nah, he made Criss Cross. Rest in peace. Is it Cross or Chris? I think Chris passed.
One of them.
That was funny though. Dragged him. He ain't make me. I ain't go through artist development. I ain't have to be taught how to rap. This ain't the TV show The Rap Game. Oh God, look. God damn it.
Leave Lotto out of this.
Leave Lotto out of this. This ain't the TV show The Rap Game. I came ready. No disrespect, but he ain't teach me nothing about this business, bro. And that's real. He don't give advice. Earlier this week, Bow Wow expressed similar sentiments about Jermaine Dupri when he tweeted, "I ain't beefing with JD. All I said was that he's not the person who put me on, and he wasn't. And us not working together in 10 years is true. I don't need JD to make money. Are you nuts, my boy? What movie or TV hosting did he help me prep for? How many plays he done ran by me? None. I do me." Meanwhile, as previously reported, he had fans absolutely shook when he admitted multiple times that he doesn't like any of the music he's put out during his 20-year career. A fan tweeted and asked Bow Wow to name his favorite album or project and why he likes it, but his response was likely not what they were expecting. "Don't care for any of them. Don't care for any of my albums. Don't have a fave song. Really don't care about them like y'all do," he wrote back. As Kim Kardashian... Ignore that. Delete. Yeah, you know, okay, so what I will say is the reason why I did not make this a shut the fuck up is because it is Bow Wow's career and I cannot tell him how to feel. And honestly, if he's saying that Jermaine Dupri did not do these things for him, who am I to tell him that he is lying? I don't know. I was all of 6. But I will say that Bow Wow has a very off-putting approach. It's two sides with him, but they still operate in the same energy. It's very much like, y'all gonna put some motherfucking respect on my name. I'm Bow Wow, formerly Lil Bow Wow, period. Then the next one is, fuck all this shit. Ain't nobody do shit for me. Da 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 da. So it's like very much always operating in a space of ego and arrogance. But now it's like two sides of the same coin. And it's like, okay, so Jermaine Dupri, you're kind of shitting on Jermaine Dupri, but at the same time, you want recognition and accolades for what you and Jermaine Dupri put together. I don't know. I haven't been into Bow Wow in decades at this point, and I'm not talking about because of his age. It's just the social media antics. I feel like he's made himself one of those corny celebrities, and I hate that because Bow Wow's legacy is really top tier. No one can say that they were doing what Bow Wow was doing, especially not at that time. So I will give him his things. Doggy Bag, Beware the Dog, all those albums, for me, really solidified the time that we were in. So I'm not going to take anything from him, but I just think that the antics are very off-putting, and I don't know that I like Bow Wow. Maybe if I sat down with him or did like an interview or maybe like a wilding out session, I could get into him. But like as a person, I don't know if I fancy Bow Wow. Thoughts? All right, well, Kevin's dead. Kevin's over it.
Shot.
Right. By his
Mr.
first
Boss.
name.
Have you bumped your head?
I've asked myself that many times for him.
To say that Jermaine Dupri did not have a heavy hand in making Bow Wow's career is saying that Madam C.J. Walker did not use a hot comb to get the naps out of them black women's heads.
She wasn't the first.
She wasn't the first.
I was. Quick moment of transparency. Way back when, I used to wear a silk purse.
We only know who Bow Wow is because of Jermaine Dupri. Granted, Snoop Dogg may have found him. He may have been rapping with Death Row. May have been Lil Snoop Dogg. That's why I call him Bow Wow or whatever. Right. But nobody was checking for Bow Wow until Bounce With Me came out. Mm-hmm. Produced by who?
Jermaine Dupri.
Nobody.
That was the first one?
I think it was.
I remember that.
Hair nappy bottom, happy pockets of the dough from the CEO representing what?
That's not Bounce With Me.
What is that?
That's Bow Wow Wow Yippee.
Oh, that may have been. Oh, that's the second one. But the record is representing So, not representing Snoop Dogg.
Right. I hear you.
I say all this to say, when he did that versus battle,
yes.
What hits did he do?
A lot of the ones Jermaine Dupri produced.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason why we know who he is because JD gave him the cosign.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, he did not teach him how to act. And I hope he didn't teach him how to host 106 in Park because he's the reason he's not here no more.
Is that what that was? I thought they were just at the end of it.
No one liked Bow Wow on 106 in Park. It was too arrogant. It's too cocky. It's my show. I'm the Mr.
Mr.
No,
106 in
no
Park.
one cared. We don't tune in for you, Bow Wow. We tuned in when you were a guest. Yeah. Because we liked the music that Jermaine Dupri produced for you. Mm-hmm. We wasn't here for your personality. No one likes arrogance. Mm-mm. No one's like that. So for him to discredit Jermaine Dupri and all he did and all he poured into him, into his career, because I have not listened to a Bow Wow song since he left JD.
Whatever that last collaboration he did with Omarion was the last
Face
thing I
Off.
listened to. Yeah, the last thing I listened to.
It was out of my system after that, and I feel like that was Jonte Austin, which is a part of Jermaine Dupri's camp.
Damn, it all circles back.
So I'm just really confused at why he thinks that nobody on this earth is self-made.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Everybody has had some type of help from somebody, whether you want to admit that or not. Yes, you may put in the grind. Yes, you may have put in the work. Yes, you may have did this, did that, but you had to have some type of something from somebody else to say, hey, I see something in you. Mm-hmm. Let me give you a little bit here. No one is completely self-made. Nobody.
Yeah.
So for him to discredit JD and JD's legacy and what they did together is sad and tragic. Mm-hmm. And it's the first sign of narcissism.
Is this the first sign from Bow Wow?
No, it's not the first sign, but I'm just from him. But I'm just saying it's the first sign of narcissism.
Right.
Granted, Snoop is an amazing, iconic legend.
He's motherfucking Snoop Dogg.
He's Snoop Dogg.
Don't play with him.
The most recognizable rapper in the world.
I mean,
he's Snoop Dogg.
Period. I would say give him his things, but I feel like he always
has
gets
his
things.
But I'm pretty sure Snoop would say, "Nigga, I ain't put you on. I mean, I knew you was 6. You was a little badass kid running around." Mm-hmm. But JD put the beats behind you. JD put you down. There's rumors out there that JD wrote the original raps.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, nothing like that.
Oh, thank God.
Nothing like that. No.
I was like, please.
But there's rumors out there like those original, like the first album that JD wrote some of those raps.
I did hear that. I knew Snoop wrote some. But I wouldn't be shocked if Jermaine Dupri did. I mean, shit, he's been around it long enough.
So, about Weezy, like, I'm really confused. Where we're going with this.
For me, I mean, honestly, I think Bow Wow should be grateful that JD took him on, because having Snoop Dogg be your JD as another artist who is successful, you would have never saw the light of day.
Now, did Snoop Dogg introduce him to JD? Is that what he's saying?
I think Snoop Dogg introduced him to the industry, and that from there started to piece the puzzle together. Snoop Dogg was the initial link, and I think from however that moved from there, that created space for JD to find Bow Wow.
So that's kind of like with Diddy and Usher and JD. Like, because Usher was originally on under Bad Boy with Diddy and stuff, like did a couple songs under that, and then realized that wasn't the perfect match, and then he went over to JD, and then since then, My Way, Confessions, 8701, like all those good classic albums.
Yeah.
But I never heard Usher say, JD ain't did nothing for me, it's all Diddy.
You know, Usher don't really. He stays out that shit. Especially because the girls always throw his sexual status in his face. So he really don't talk now. But I get you.
It's a headache.
Yeah, Bow Wow, you're really off-putting. You're really off-putting. And I can't take anything from you because you did the work, but very off-putting. He's one of those people that, you know, you see certain celebrities and you're like, I have no interest in hanging out with you or getting to know you.
Yeah.
He's on that list.
Yeah.
He's on that list. T.I. is on that list. I ain't even gonna start. Bow Wow's on that list. I have no interest in meeting that man. Just because I feel like throughout the course of the night, he's going to be talking about his impact in ways or making others around him feel less than. And I'm like, oh, girl, get over yourself. Get over yourself, young lady.
How do you like the tuna tartare, girl?
Come on, tuna tartare. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. That was all for bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
And now it's time for the topic. Okay, so today's topic is stop tolerating nonsense. So to give you guys some context about why I feel like I'm in a personal Mercury retrograde, I shouldn't claim it, but based on what's going on around me, I think I'm in a personal yet scary times. Personal Mercury retrograde. You know, for me, I think I've been in a space where I've been dealing with a bunch of different people, and I've been in the dating space. And I think that, but I'm at a place now where I'm noticing certain things that just do not work for me. Certain people don't have some people don't have the tools or the skill sets to express themselves in a way that is respectful or take accountability. And for me, it's not even just dating, it's friends and then some dating situations. And I have been conditioned to be a people pleaser. It started from like growing up with my two moms not really liking each other, like my aunt and my biological mom really not liking each other and me trying to keep the peace. So I've always learned how to mitigate situations and minimize my feelings for the sake of just keeping everything calm and copacetic. And that has translated to now where I'm 28. I still do the same things. However, as I've gotten older, I don't have the patience for it. So one instance, a friend of mine said something that was very disrespectful to me, and he said it in front of a group of people I did not know. And when I told the person I found it disrespectful, one, they told me, I don't know what they said. I'm sorry, you can't take a joke. That was one. Then when I was like started to black, because this person brought me out of my character, like I was like blacking in the street, which is very old Eric, not me now. And then they issued an apology, but then in the same breath said, I don't even know why I'm apologizing. So for me, rather than slap the shit out of them, which was a very hard fight, I have decided to begin to slowly distance myself. And the thing is, because I really cared about the person, I still want to be a support system and show love. However, I'm understanding now that you have to show love at a distance, but ultimately you have to teach people how to treat you. And I think for like in the dating situations, just people and their fucking intentions and ulterior motives, I'm just at a place now where I'm like, I don't need any of you. Like, I really don't need any of you. And I'm not going to tolerate disrespect. So when I say stop tolerating nonsense, I understand maybe for like the people pleasers out there, it's easier to go along to get along. However, that disrupts your own personal peace. And I felt my peace being disrupted, and I felt my own sense of self-worth drop just because I felt like I could have been advocating for myself harder. And what I'm trying to express to you is that you do not need to tolerate anything for the sake of. If people are not giving you what you need, if people are not treating you the way that you feel like you need to be treated, you need to get comfortable with removing yourself from people's spaces. People don't need access to you. And I understand how like we form certain trauma bonds, and that keeps us in situations that are not conducive to a healthy lifestyle. If I could get my tongue to function correctly. But stop tolerating nonsense. Stop letting people talk to you any which way. Stop letting people make jokes that ain't fucking funny. Stop letting people make you feel less about yourself because you don't want to go along to get along. At the end of the day, people are disposable. People are disposable. And I know that sounds so fucking dark and dry, but I mean it. People are disposable because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. Everyone around you can go at any point, but you need to make sure that you're happy with the place that you're in. And that doesn't mean shit on people. It doesn't mean fuck people over. What it means is set a standard for how you expect people to respect you. Give that same respect to people and know when enough is enough. And I think that's what the space I'm in. I'm not necessarily trying to break anyone down or hurt anybody, but I'll be damned if I tolerate disrespect at this point. I am too fucking old. I am too fucking old. So that's where I'm at with it. If either one of them watch this, they will know that I'm talking about them, and then bada boom, bada bing, bing, bong, boom. Ain't even no follow-up questions. So,
well,
how do you feel about all this?
I think a true measure of a friend comes in 2 times in our lives: when they are up, and when we are down. Because some people are going to show you who they really are when they are in a high position in life. How they speak to you, how they speak to others, how they treat you, how they treat others. The words that they say when they feel like they are in a good spot in life, whether that be in a relationship, whether that be financially, whether that be just living life to its fullest and fulfilling their dreams and goals, how they speak to other people around them while they're winning is a true indicator of their true character. If they are still kind, they're still gracious, if they're still moving with love, then that shows that they have a good character. But if they start to feel like people that are not, quote unquote, on their level, or just not doing and achieving the same things that they are currently doing right now, and they start to belittle them, or they start to shun the people around them, or look down on the people around them, or say snarky or smart comments about those who are not doing as well as they are right now, then that's also a true measure of that person's character. And also, when we are down, how are your friends talking to you about your situation? Are your friends actively helping you in your situation? I'm not talking about like financially, but are they pouring into you with encouragement? Are they saying you're going to get out of this part? Are they sending text messages like, hey, I'm just thinking about you and that you're going to be okay? What are they doing to show that they actually care that you are down? I think those are 2 definitely indicators of how friendships are and how people are and how people will treat you. But everything you said about not entertaining the nonsense is really true. You should, if it's a genuine friendship, you should be able to agree to disagree. You should know that I'm going to be me at all costs. So with me being me at all costs, that means that I don't have to try to fit into what you are going to say or what you're going to do in this moment. I should still be able to be Kelvin. I should not have to do a big group thinking we all move it in the same way. That's not how things should be. And also, I'm not a fan of the petty jokes. Like if I told you something in confidence and then you turn around and make a joke amongst other people, then that's not cool to me. And I would have said something as well.
Yeah.
Because that's not cool. And I pray that ties don't turn. Because I know how God feels about me.
Right. Right.
And God don't be playing about me. So I don't seek revenge. I don't seek vengeance.
Right.
But I also know that my mom always tells me that life comes in cycles. You can be up one day and down the next and then back up. It's not about how you are when you're at the top. It's how you react and treat things when you're at the bottom. And that's going to determine how long things are going to be for you. So
yeah, it's true.
I'm sorry you had to experience that. And I think that it's a test of your character with how much crap I can't talk right now.
Relatable
class
content
and coof that you spoke on over here, because you could have set this whole thing on fire. So I do commend you for that.
And inside, I'm still in a space where I'm still bothered enough where I could light a match, but ultimately, you know, God is really showing me things and really working on me. So I think that this was supposed to be a teachable moment, and I can apply this to my other friends and my family as well. That I just can't, like, people pleasing just is not going to serve me much longer. And I no longer care to be nice. I do have a focus on being kind. Being kind, I can do. Being nice is overrated. And I just am at the point where I've just played nice for way too long with people. And I think that's why certain people feel like it's okay to do some of the things that they do. I'm not having it anymore. That's just the moral of the story.
But also friendships, people change every 7 years, 5 to 7 years. So friendships also have to change every 5 to 7 years. Like if you're not growing, if you're not moving in the way that I'm moving, or if you're not advancing, it's not me being rude. It's not me saying like I'm still not your homie. It's just like I can't hang with you like that no more. There are people in college that I may have hung out with that I would never hang out with today. There are people that I've dated. Hell, there was someone that I ran into last night, and I was like, why the hell did I even talk to this person?
Mm.
Like, this person is not on my trajectory. It's not on who I should be hanging around. It's not who I would consider someone that I would take seriously. And it's like, I don't want that. And that wasn't even that long ago. That was like, 3 years ago? So I can understand you have to sometimes let things go because you grow and you move forward and you see yourself in a different light than how you were back then.
Yeah.
So sometimes friendships and moments like this aren't to hurt us, but also to make us realize that, okay, this friendship has reached its capacity. There's no more that I can give to this. And I have to cut this off because where I'm going is different from where they are.
Right. And two people told me on separate days that as you elevate, everyone can go with you. And that's a new idea for me because I'm very much like, we started together. I have no reason to like, new season doesn't mean I have to like cut anyone off. If you're good by me, I'm always going to be good to you. But I'm learning and I'm trying to force myself to accept that there is some truth in that statement. Just when you're on the rise up, not everyone can go with you. I'm like, damn, it's really like that.
And it's not so much cutting people off. You still can be friends, just be cordial. But I can't hang with you no more. I can't go in the circles that you go with. Because now I can't take you in the circles that I'm with.
Right.
Like, as I elevate, you have to elevate too. Like, no one wants to be around somebody that's the same person they were 10 years ago. One of my friends told me that the other day, Kelvin, you changed. Like, you used to do this back then, you used to do that. Now you just be like, I ain't. Yeah, it's called I grew up. It's called I realized that stuff is not cool. Like, why are we doing this? That's not my type of fun. Like, I don't. Why am I? No. Like, mentally, have you grown? Have you decided like this stuff is dumb? Like, why are we still having these same conversations?
Right.
These are conversations we had in college. We in our 30s now. We should be talking about whole different things. We should not be talking about people. We should be talking about ideas. We should talk about your mindset should have changed. Why are we still gossiping? We should be talking about something else. We should be talking about the big business plan. Like, what is your goal for 2022? Like, how do you plan on getting from here to there?
Right.
Like, we should be having different conversations. And I think that people would love to put you in one place and keep you there because that's where they're comfortable where you at. And they're comfortable with you being there because they're comfortable still being in that spot. So as soon as you decide that you don't want to be in that place anymore, and you decide that I'm ready to elevate, I'm ready to move, I'm ready to do bigger things, but they're not ready to move and do bigger things, that's when the things come. That's when, you change. You ain't like you. Nigga, you still bringing up old stuff or trying to belittle you or do a thing because they're not ready for their personal growth themselves.
Right.
So it's the projection. Like, I can't see myself doing it, so why would I let him do it? Or I'm not ready to move forward, so why would I let him move forward? No, it's okay. If you are comfortable with staying where you are, you are comfortable with being who you are, I'm going to allow you to do that.
Right.
But if you are ready to grow, if you're ready to stretch, if you're ready to be more, then you're more than welcome to come along this journey with me. But until you can say yourself that you're ready for that, God bless you on your journey.
Yes. Well said. Well said. For me right now, there's no definitive endings, but it's like you said, if you don't shape up, I'm good.
Yeah, you don't have to cut people off in totality.
Yeah.
There's still people that I check in with, that I still have a conversation with, but I don't hang with them every day. I don't have a conversation with them every day. We're not going out and about because we don't do the same things. We're not in the same circles. And it's okay. It's okay. I'm pretty sure people done the same with me. Yeah, some people have let me go. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because I know that who is with me is supposed to be with me.
Yeah.
People move at different speeds.
Yeah. That was all for the topic. Oh. I'm like, what? That's not the sound effect. Keith is in here doing some behind the scenes work, y'all. So we got
the Podfather in here.
Right. Well,
we're going to a whole new format really soon. So I hope y'all hoes is ready.
Stay with us.
Because just like we said, Just because you're not ready to move forward with the new good news, don't mean that the new good news not gonna move forward.
Right. Amen.
Big purr.
Big purr.
Let's get to the question.
They're probably like, where are the sound effects?
Is it me for the question of the day?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Whenever I leave that space free, it's you.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is you.
Let me go to my Rolodex of questions.
The fact that you have a Rolodex of questions.
Yes. Okay.
Found one that's pleasing?
No.
The
Oscars are today.
Oh shit. Okay.
The Oscars are today, and I'm excited about that.
I don't watch the Oscars.
You don't watch the Oscars?
No.
You should watch this year.
Why?
Okay, granted, you know that I am a huge award show buff because I'm going to produce awards. I found it's a production company that produces like all the award shows, and I really want to slide in their DMs, but I don't know what to say. I think I may just slide in DMs and say, hey, here's my resume. I would love to work with you all one day. I don't know. But the Oscars are today. Beyonce performing. Oh, wow. It's her first televised performance since the Grammys and the Twins.
She's performing Be Alive.
She is. She's Oscar nominated. Beyonce knows now. I don't know if you knew that. She's Oscar nominated.
For King Richard? Or
for Be Alive. For King Richard. That song is nominated for Oscar. She's performing the first televised performance of that song. And also the first time since, what's that, 2018? Was she had them twins? How old was them twins?
I don't know. They're growing
2017,
fast.
2018?
I don't know. They have to be like 4.
And maybe 2017 because Lemonade came in 2016, right?
No.
Let's see. When did Lemonade come out? Lemonade came out in 2016. So 2017 would have had to been the Grammy. So we haven't seen her live since 2017. She did Beachella, right? But not alive. Like, hi, I'm Beyonce. So I'm excited about that. Will Smith will win an Oscar tonight.
Seems right.
He will win his Oscar tonight, making him the 4th black man to win. And I think he may be like the.
Has he never won an Oscar?
He's been nominated 3 times. And every time this is his 3rd nomination. And every time he's lost to another black man. First time he lost to Denzel Washington. Second time he lost to Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, okay.
He lost for Ali and he lost for Pursuit of Happiness. So hopefully King Richard will bring him the Oscar, which is also against Denzel Washington again for Macbeth. But I don't think that Macbeth is going to win. I think this year is purely Will Smith's win. And
I didn't hear much about Macbeth.
No, we didn't hear about, but it was Macbeth. So of course, in this Denzel, so of course in the nomination.
Right.
But then I'm also excited to see Ariana DeBose, I think is the last name, from West Side Story.
Is it DuBois or Dubois?
I don't know. It's one of them. But she's be the first Afro-Latina to win. Also the first openly gay woman to win an Oscar.
Well, I know I should be like celebrating all these stats. Something about them is so off-putting to me.
Yeah, this is the 94th Oscars. And Halle Berry is still the only African-American woman to win Best Actress. Now, we had some other Best Supporting Actress nominations and winners, and then Will Smith will join Sidney Poitier, Jamie Foxx, Denzel Washington, and Forrest Whitaker. So there's only 4 right now. He'll be the 5th.
I think that is another. I'm not a big movie watcher first. That is the reason why I don't care about the Oscars, because I don't watch a lot of movies in a year. I don't like the movie theater. I don't care about that. Certain movies, yes. Not a lot of them. But for me, it's just like this. The Oscars, the Grammys, I love music. That's why I tune in so much. But like the Oscars, I have no interest in supporting non-black shows. I have no interest.
That was really interesting that you said that, because Quavo recently was going off about the Grammys and not letting Kanye perform. And then they were talking about we need to create our own Grammys. And it came to my mind that we still have these institutions and organizations that cater to us that we shun. And it made me a little upset. We have the NAACP Awards, which have been doing an amazing job of all inclusivity for people of color and have done a great job. We have the BET Awards. We have the
Soul Train
Awards. But we tend to shit on those because they're not as prestigious or have not been around long enough as the Grammys and the Oscars. So then we complain about not being there,
right?
But they don't support our own. But then we don't complain when we win. I've never seen Kanye go off about winning a Grammy.
Didn't he pee in his Grammy?
Yeah, he peed on his Grammys.
I think that's enough of going off.
He didn't go off when he won it. He only did it afterwards because the Grammys made him mad. He was provoked to do it. He didn't say, you know what? I woke up today, I don't like the Oscars. No, the Grammys pissed him off about something. I think it's because like it was nominated for Grammy of the Album of the Year or something of the nature. And he got mad about that.
Gotcha.
So why all the hoopla about when you're not included, but when you're included, you're right there. I am going to produce the Grammys. I'm going to produce the Oscars. I'm going to do these things. We know what these institutions are for. If you want to win, campaign, get out and vote. That's how you win. Just like an election.
We learned that from Monique.
Just like an election.
We learned that from Monique.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a part of me getting older. Like, I'm just like, the idea of, not to say that you are or anything like that, just the idea of begging for visibility or pandering to or anything. I just like, I'm over it. I'm over that. That's like when the Oscars first had that strike way back when.
The fake strike?
Yes. I was like, all right, this is all I got for it. Because the Oscars are a boring award show to me. Just because I feel like it's so white and blah.
And now shout out to my producer and idol, Jesse Collins, who has done the Oscars and the Grammys and has deliberately brought a lot of diversity and a lot of excitement back. The whole opening with Janelle Monae in 2020, that was his doing. The whole Cynthia Erivo and just making sure everybody's there, that's his doing. The whole little rail talking to, what's her name? It wasn't Meryl Streep, it was like Judi Dench, when they had like she rapped the rap song. Jesse Collins and putting urban things in there. And I will say over the years, they have gotten a little bit better as making sure that everybody is included. And I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
But damn, that was the whole thing.
That was the whole thing. I don't think it started at the top. But yes.
My God. But I think that okay. I think that I don't lost my train of thought. Sorry,
Jesse
people
Collins,
the people that are listening. It was our backing track went on YouTube and the commercial started and got my stuff. But Jesse Collins has done a great job of being inclusive. And I think that if we continue to not support and to shun what people are trying to give for us, then they're not going to give it to us anymore.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So stop saying we need to create our own. We have our own and we need to support it.
Because y'all just not gonna support that either. Y'all gonna call it another EBT award and stuff. Like, what do we want as Black people? I know what I want. I just want us to be in spaces where we are authentically ourselves and genuinely celebrated. Like, I love the BET Awards. I love the Soul Train Award. I do not miss those award shows. I will not miss those award shows because there's so much culture. There's so many moments there. There's so much meme-worthy content, like things that we still talk about Monique's opening.
Yeah.
From when Monique did that. She hosted what, 3 times?
Yeah.
Consecutively?
Yeah. It was almost like 20 years ago.
These are the moments. So for me, it's kind of just like, I think I'm just in an overhaul of just my overall thinking right now. And I'm just like, I don't care to see or to pander to shit like the Oscars and things like that. And I love that you said that Jesse Collins is doing that because, you know, you need that to happen because he's such a force in the industry right now and he has so much pull.
The Super Bowls.
Yeah. So it's good. I'm just like, I'd rather us just pour into
what we have.
Us.
And I think that we need to stop looking for acceptance in everywhere but our own. We are so quick to shun our own and then run to the acceptance of other people.
Yeah.
And then that's really what my problem is. Like, we always sit back and we complain about what we don't have, what was not given to us. And then when we have things, we don't support it. We don't run up on it. We don't give it the attention that we need. But as soon as they do something wrong, then we're here to call them out on it. Like, we are upset at the American Music Awards for having Doja Cat win female R&B, but you know the American Music Award are fan base awards. Did you vote for Jasmine?
No.
Did you vote for Janelle? So why can we sit here and complain about Doja Cat winning R&B awards?
Yeah.
let's talk about it.
Yeah.
If we, it's the American Music Awards based upon the American public.
Yeah.
Get out there and do what you want to do. Right. Or if we're going to complain and say we need our own, support the ones that we already have. So that's my question today. Are you supporting the things we already have in place? Or are you complaining about the awards that you don't care about?
Yeah. That's real. That is real as fuck.
Question.
I just work in the industry a little bit. About to be a lot of it.
Right.
Oh God.
Period.
Oh God, I pray. Oh God. This week, I'm praying on an amazing email. An amazing email or a phone call. I'll take a phone call, an email, a telegram, a Skype message, a jacked grinder, hinged. I'm praying that the good news about this next step in life is in there. Speaking and claiming it.
Times 2. I send that prayer. Whatever you prayed for, I send it up.
I gotta tell you about it off air.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like y'all, just
if you want to change the culture,
yeah,
you got to be in it. Just like Jay-Z. People complain about the NFL. Doesn't support black people. Doesn't do this. Doesn't do that. Jay-Z took the beating from his own community to sit down at that table to make internal change. There's so much we can do and complain about McDonald's fries being cold and not having enough salt on them. Until we go inside and see how that damn fry machine works and how we see about making that fry machine better and how to see about getting those fries out hotter.
They're going to keep being cold.
They're going to keep being cold. And guess what you're going to do? Take your ass right back in that driveway and hope that they hot.
Yeah. Dead ass.
So until you want to get in there and change things, don't sit there and complain about it. Top of the morning to you. This is Keith. That's how I feel.
No, I get it. That was good. So, we're in the season of the BET Awards and such coming up. So it's like, hey, give it a flick.
Everybody complain about the Grammys and not showing up to the Grammys. Kanye not want to perform. Not being mad he's not going to perform. Pull up to the BET Awards. When's the last time Kanye performed at the BET Awards?
I don't know when's the last time any major. And when I say major,
Beyonce, when she dropped Lemonade and she came out with Kendrick. Now we have had Cardi. Cardi has always supported and she's huge. We have had Megan. She's huge. We have had the female rappers really embrace it, but like the big names, we haven't had.
Rihanna hasn't been there.
Granted, they haven't released music.
Yeah, Rihanna. But I think it would be nice because at the start of Rihanna's career, when it was Music of the Sun, who was trying to hear that? Not the fucking Grammys.
Yeah.
So it's like, never forget your roots. You're never too good or far
I would
removed.
love to see this same energy, and I probably get in trouble with this from my former boss and former employee, but I would love to see Kanye pull up at the BET Awards. We did this Black Future brunch. We all on this black stuff. We all on black this, black that. And I know people say, well, BET's not owned by black people no more. BET is owned by Viacom, which is ran by a white man. But the BET name and brand, the CEO of BET is still black. The COO of BET is still black. The program directors are still black. Everybody there is still black owned.
And BET has really been busting their ass to do better. The content and programming has really shifted because there was a point where they were running Baby Boy down. I was like, oh my God, I can't take it. I cannot take it.
But now they have original programming.
Yeah.
They're doing all types of like little things in between.
And they have BET Plus. Like BET is really working to do better. And I think as Black people, we really need to just acknowledge that one another are trying to do better. And really pour into those spaces. So
yeah,
give it what it is. Give it what it's worth. Give it what it's worth. And that is all for that. And now it's time for If I Told You That. So today's If I Told You That is, if you were a famous person, how would you handle it?
Shout out, go to the BET Awards. Me at the NAACP Awards front row. Hey y'all, good morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, absolutely. I can't wait till I get to go to the BET.
I'm going to everything black.
Like host, sit in the front row.
I'm going to everything black and ghetto. I could be A-list. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting next to Tom Cruise. I'm sitting next to Tom Hanks, all the rich Toms. I'm sitting over here next to Meryl Streep. And the next week, y'all gonna see me at West Hollywood at motherfucking Trunks. I'm going to go where my people are.
Mm-hmm. For me, I have to become a little more. I have to make sure I'm not as engaged in the sense of like, because I know me. Like once I get into that space, I'm very like for the supporters and stuff like that. Like I want to be with y'all. Like if y'all are invested in me and giving me y'all money and all these things, like I want to parlay with y'all. I want to talk to y'all. If I'm not able to see some of y'all in concert or wherever the case may be, like I could go outside. I want to talk to y'all for a bit. Like I want to do those things. But at the same time, I think that there's a certain like detachment that has to happen, because if celebrities go through social media comments, that is the most destructive place on earth.
Yeah.
Social media comments are the most niggerish space I have seen.
Oh, they be eating me up on the Hollywood Unlocked comments. I just go through and like them.
It's just like
I like all the funny ones. Mm-hmm. If it's funny, I like it. Mm-hmm. If you being a hater, I also like those too. Like if you just say something really mean and nasty for no reason, I like those too. Mm. Just to get engagement up.
Why do they like? What are they talking about?
Oh, I hate the way he talks. Oh, why he look like that? Y'all some biters. Y'all always trying to bite somebody else's blog. First off, what? Who else is doing this?
Who else is doing that?
Can you tag me in it?
And that's the shit I'm talking about. People are miserable. So that's the thing. Like I have to have a certain level of detachment. Like very much stay in that space of love, because that is my gift. And I like being a loving person. However, people will try and beat you down just because. So there's a certain level of detachment that I think I'm going to have to learn. And maybe get more into a I don't give a fuck attitude. Because I'm very give a fuck. Mm-hmm. So like I know that once I come to that space, certain things are gonna have to roll off my shoulders, and I have to realize it has nothing to do with me. But yeah, as a famous person, I'm very much I just want to be your friend through the television screen. Mm-hmm. That's very much my energy. So I'm gonna navigate the same, but I'm going to be more protective of my space and my energy. Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think that's the only thing that would change.
Yeah.
The time is coming now.
Yeah.
So I posed the question.
Time's ticking away. Somebody say tick tock, people. Y'all know I'm old. I love old songs. Time's ticking. I'm gonna listen. Who sings that song?
I don't know.
I don't know neither, but it's old. It's one of the old blues songs.
Apple Music. You can search the lyrics.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, people.
You showing your age.
Time's ticking away.
You are showing your age.
That's a good song.
That was offered If I Told You That.
Oh, I guess we have a little time for some Uniquely Speaking.
Oh my God, I haven't heard this in so long.
Yeah, me neither.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch?
All right. This is really interesting that this Uniquely Speaking kind of lines up with what we were talking about a little bit earlier. I don't know if you watch sports.
It has to be a major event.
I watch a little bit of sports, and the older I get, because I'm the Drake now. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You feel me?
Right.
I've been watching March Madness.
What's March Madness?
March Madness is the college basketball tournament for the NCAA, where the basketball teams play against each other. And when you're creating this whole March Madness thing, you create kind of like a bracket. Mm-hmm. And as you do your bracket, teams are ranked. So it's like the first team and the last team, and then like the first team plays the last team, then so on and so forth. And then while you do your bracket, you kind of put in who you think is going to make it all the way to the end, right? Mm. And I thought it was really interesting. At the beginning of the bracket, the number one team plays the worst team.
That is interesting. Why would they do that?
And it made me think. Because sometimes in life, we see ourselves as the last team and not worthy enough to compete against the big dogs. But this is really interesting what happened, because sometimes it is what they call an upset.
Yeah.
It's when the bad team, quote unquote, beats the good team. That happened this year with Kentucky. Everybody thought Kentucky was going to win, but they got kicked out because the team they thought was bad beat them.
Damn.
You see what I'm saying? So sometimes in life we compare ourselves, or we have to compete with the number one person when we feel like we are at the bottom of the barrel. But an upset can very well happen if you are more hungry, if you're more determined, if you are ready to go a little bit harder and a little bit further than the person that's already sitting at the top. Because sometimes people at the top feel like, I got it made. I'm the number one seed. We about to play.
Right.
Oh, I ain't never heard of that school. So I guess we got this. I ain't never heard of that person. So I ain't even got it. Who am I auditioning against? What they did? Oh, you ain't seen them on TV? Oh, okay. So I ain't got to worry about this. But we don't know how hard that underdog has been practicing, what techniques they are learning, what skills they are honing. So when they meet and rise to the occasion to play against the number one seed, they can take that number one seed out because they are prepared for that moment.
Right.
I say all that to say this. Sometimes you don't know when your moment is going to happen, but when that moment happens and it's time to play on that court, you got to shoot from that 3-point line. You got to hit a dunk. It's time for to land all those layups, because a lot of times you don't understand that your preparation at the bottom is going to propel you to the top. And just like I said before, if you are the number one seed, you can easily be knocked off. This bracket thing is crazy because you got to play a different game every single day. You play a different team every single time. So as you play in different teams, you got to adapt to different things.
Yeah.
And if you are only focused on being number one, you can't focus on beating number 3. You can't focus on beating number 16 because you're only focused on yourself. But the advantage that the underdog has is that he's watched you win. And he's also watched himself lose. So he's so hungry to get that W. So you got to watch your back. I would rather be the underdog than number one. I don't want to be number one on the bracket because that means everybody's gunning for me. Everybody's trying to take my spot. And what my fear is, I'll be too comfortable in that spot.
Right. And that's how it be happening.
I want to be hungry. I want to have to face a new team every day. I'm like, you know what? We are grinding to make it to the number one. And that makes the championship game much more sweeter. When you were count out, when you were the last person, when you said, oh, they'll never make it, but you walk away with that W, you walk away with that championship. That's how I want to feel. So this week, as we go into our week and matriculate through the rest of this month, I want you to remember the underdog spirit. You may be last on that damn bracket, but you have a chance to be number one. And that's this week's Uniquely Speaking.
Amen.
This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch.
That was so good. I don't have anything to add to it, but it definitely was needed. It definitely was needed. And I think we've seen that happen. We've seen that happen in a few different realms. Yeah. People who just feel like they are top dog and rightfully so. However, it creates room for someone to come in and get that ass.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta watch. You gotta pay attention.
And this is why Beyonce does so well. She's constantly sharpening herself.
Yeah.
Constantly. So it's not even necessarily about doing it to stay on top of the game, but doing it to stay on top of your game.
Yeah.
Because I noticed it, like, if I take a break from red carpets, I don't like taking a break from red carpets because then I have to work through a certain anxiety when I get back on them. And then I have to get my speech together, all these things that I'm like, if I had just been going, you know, I would be more settled in this moment. It ain't every season ain't red carpet season, so I've learned to understand and accept that. But you know, I say all that to say, like, keep doing the work for yourself. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. So that was good. That was great.
Well, thank you.
That was great. As always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for listening to this episode of the Get Right Radio Show. It's about time for us to get the fuck up out of here. I'm hungry.
I'm ready to get the fuck ASAP after this shit.
Absolutely. What have we learned today?
We have learned that it is way better to be an underdog than be number one. Mm-hmm. I think it's also really dope to I've learned that if you feel that you are counted out, you're not. Count yourself in, tap yourself in. That's what I learned this week.
I've been reminded that life is really precious and it's not guaranteed to any of us. It's not an age thing. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. So really, like, establish what you want to do. Say the things you feel like you need to say. Love the way you want to love and cherish your days. I've also learned that, I'm currently learning that there are spaces and places for people, and you're not a bad person for putting yourself first. Mm-hmm. I think those are the most important takeaways I've gotten today.
I think those are good takeaways.
Thank you. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to keep up with me, feel free on IG at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devante, and TikTok at Eric Devante Russell 3.
Yes, and then I'm Kelvin Unique, KelvinEunique on your Instagram. Then flip that to Unique Kelvin on Twitter. Make sure you're following the Get Right Radio Show. That's the Get Right Radio Show on Instagram to stay up the breast on what we're doing. And then make sure you download this Good News Radio app, because when I tell you the new format that the Podfather Keith Good News is putting in place, it's gonna blow your mind.
Period.
But you won't be able to get it if you don't have this damn app.
That's it.
Yeah, that's Big Purr.
It's a big purr.
Shout out to Roland Ray, because we haven't seen Roland Ray in a while.
No, we have not.
So prayers to Roland Ray. I hope he's okay.
According to his boyfriend, he's all right.
I went to text him, and his bubbles were green.
Someone else said that.
Because he had an iPhone.
I don't know. I hope he's good. His boyfriend said he's fine.
I want to see Ray.
Right.
Let me see Ray. Like, let me see the Queen of England. Because we still ain't seen her.
She's fine.
Is she?
Mm-hmm.
You seen her?
When have I ever?
Have you seen her?
No.
You seen her walk past the window?
I ain't in England. As always, y'all, I hope you got right.
Oh, Lord. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right.